Hello everyone and welcome back to Folsonville. Radio here with you in the game Banished, and I'm thinking we have a bit of a food issue, as you recall from last episode. I'm thinking, how about a fishing dock? Can we get one in here? We sure can. And if you look, because it comes right out on this peninsula, look at the amount of water that is in that radius. I think that is a real winner. So we're going to put a fishing dock there, because we have decent access from the south and from the west with these two bridges. I don't think I can build another bridge right here. Let's take a quick look and then we'll get the game running. I don't think that will work. It would be neat if it did. Get out of town. Oh, we're so building a bridge right there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's get the game going. But I think another fishing dock will help, because our fishing docks, they do okay. They really do. 632, that's not bad. That's their limit up there. Down here it's a little higher if I'm not mistaken. Current season, you have 651. Usually they do better than that. We were low on fishermen though, but now we've got a cap again, so hopefully we'll have 3 fishing docks. We have somebody who's unfortunately cold. How are we doing on our stack of firewood? Just out of curiosity, 834, not too bad. Not enough that we can use it as a trading resource because we have more and more people coming in. We're probably going to have to add another woodcutter soon. How are we doing out here? Well, we're building our home, and that's excellent, but I really would like to get this hunting cabin built first. Well, they're starting to get the resources in there. Look. Bringing in logs and stone, and that'll be built in no time flat, so I'm not going to worry about that. And over here, we're going to have this building here real soon. So we've got things going on. I wanted to take a look back over here, because our pasture is almost ready. They're clearing out stone. It's going to take some logs, and logs we definitely have enough of, so we're doing okay there. And then, of course, we're going to get on building this house. So it's a matter of, can we get enough people working on food collection before we starve to death? Speaking of such, what do we have so far? We have potatoes, corn. I think here we're going to put in some cabbage. We could do some squash. It doesn't really matter. Wheat. You know what? We are going to do wheat, because if we want foods. I was thinking if we do wheat, we can also use it for ale, which I want to do. But for now, let's do cabbage. And that will give us 3. Let's hit work. That'll give us... No, work. Farmers. So many farmers. Let's bring this up all the way to 17. Not 18. 17 farmers. That's a lot of farmers, but they take up a lot of space, I know. And there's an argument going around about what is more efficient, gatherers or farming. And it's kind of 6 in one, half a dozen in the other, in my opinion. In the long run, I believe farms will produce more. However, they take up a lot of room to produce. That being said, they don't have to have... We can build direct around them and not interfere with the radius of, say, our gatherer's hut. So, which we might add another gatherer's hut too, because they do a great job, and they pair up very well with not the hunting cabin, the forester's lodge, which we probably will add another one of those soon too. We could probably get one of those back down in here, but I don't want to build that far away just yet. So I was excited to say our bridge is done. I knew that bridge was done. This is the bridge I'm waiting on right here. They're bringing over the logs. They have already brought over the stones. We're getting there. I wonder which route they're taking right now. They're coming around this way, and it's seemingly not so bad. Not quite as fast as I'd want. Eventually, when we get stone roads, I don't know if you've ever seen the townsfolk run down stone road, but man, they get cooking. They really, really do. So let's see here. I think for now, all we can kind of do is let that build for a second. And then shortly, we'll have some new structures. And let's see what happens with our workforce as far as getting new foods. Well, we have a hunting cabin. So what we're going to need, of course, now are more hunters. So let's bring in a full 12. We, thankfully now, don't need quite as many builders, so we can kind of keep this in check. And hopefully before long, and they're already looking at... Both hunters are living right there. They got kids already. And hopefully they will start producing relatively quickly. And they won't have to go too far to get to a barn. I might put another barn kind of on this area. I might build into this area yet. I'm not quite sure. Our bridge is being built here. I love these bridges. I don't know why, but I really think they're neat. So all that has to do is be constructed. All the resources are there, and the same with our fishing dock. So we're really coming along with what we need, and I'm wondering about putting a road that kind of follows along the shoreline here. It probably would make sense because I mean they're taking that path anyway. I don't know how close we can get it and have it, you know, have it look nice and work. Like if I did that, that's not atrocious. So let's start with that, see what happens, and then we'll try to see if we can't continue that up here. But our bridge is built. Excellent. God, I love bridges. I'm such a geek, I know it, but that's alright. That's why we're all here watching this right now, I have a feeling. And I mean that in the best possible way. So we've got another dirt road we'll build there. That'll connect. I'm really happy with just the look of this whole area. I'll try to continue that and make sure at least as we continue to build. How are we doing now? Almost there. So what do we have now? We just need to actually do the labor, and then we'll be good. And we already have residents living in this house, so that's not so bad. And we've come back from so much worse. So I don't think this will be too bad. I just want to make sure we don't grow faster than what I can produce. And how are we on people? 129 people. That's not bad. We have a lot more families than houses, though, so we're going to have to do we still have a lot of people living in here? Oh, well, not a lot, but we have enough that I need to get them out of there. So let's think on that. Let me see where I'm going to want to put additional people. I know you're here, so I am going to go ahead and just build another house here. Let's make that happen. And we'll rotate it around this way, and let's not have the very same model. Let's mix it up. Now, do I want to go? Yeah, let's do one space off and one space off the bridge. Let's do, oh, that one. I like that one right there. So let's do that, and then let's put in another pasture because we can split our sheep as well. Which, you know what? No, we'll build it, but I'm not going to split right away because when you split, as you remember from last time, it takes time to rebuild. And we are running dangerously low. Running low enough, as a matter of fact, that if this guy has food, we're buying it from him. Well, we're trading for it, as the case really may be, but we need to get some more food. We may even put in another trading post at some point. I don't know if we really need it, but it might be fun. Let's see what the merchant has for us today, shall we? He has chickens. Excellent. And they're only 500 apiece? Get out of town. Now, how many would I like to get? Well, if I wanted 1,000, do I want it? I want at least 2. But I could go for more because they'll reproduce faster, and they give us a better chance at reproducing. So, how many do I want? Let me think. If we take our hide coats, all of our hide coats, that gives us 465 right off the bats. How many more do I? Well, I could do what? I could do at least 3, maybe 4. If I take 384 of those, that gives us 2001. We can take 4 chickens, trade for those, and I couldn't be more happy about that. Do I have orders from him? Okay, so let's turn that off. I don't need anything from him anymore because, well, I shouldn't, hopefully, because we have all the livestock that we need. Let's go into our inventory. Let's take this all the way down. Actually, we're going to take this down. I could have just typed, but we're going to take this down to 400, and we're going to take our hide coats now to 0. We are officially out of hide coats. We spent them all. We have just the good ones, and we can let the game roll. We can send him on his way, and we have chickens, and now that we have those chickens there, you know what we're going to do? As much as I was going to get those cattle over here, let's get chickens in here. Let's make sure, well, they're almost done building this anyway. But, yeah, I want to make sure that that is a priority because we need this to be built. Because as soon as this is built, we can get our chickens over there. And that makes me very happy. While I'm waiting for that to be built, our food is going up ever so slightly, but that's probably because we're harvesting, which is good. I mean, that's how we get the food. It's just not a permanent upward swing. I think we're going to need yet another barn, and I think we're going to need it, pardon me, on this side of town. So let's look into placing one, and I was thinking maybe out this way. I could go right on the other side of these houses, or I could go right behind them. I kind of like the looks of barns with houses, or I could even rotate it this way, because that would put it right on this road, and I kind of like the look of that. Let's put it one building off Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a storage barn now. I mean, I know it seems kind of strange, but as we build out toward this area, that barn will certainly come in handy. I'm going to pause it for now, and I'm actually also going to pause this for now. Even though I've increased the priority, they're not building this fast enough for me. And it shouldn't matter because it's 2 builders per structure with these smaller structures. I just want to see this thing completed. As far as I know, the chickens will last a good long while in our pen here, but I don't want to risk it because, I mean, we traded good resources for those and we sorely need food, so let's get on that. And we're almost complete, 94%. It will only take but a second. And we've had, in the meantime, too, some laborers coming into full swing. We have some more grown adults, so we can really start getting some other stuff going on, thankfully. Our laborers, of course, are clearing this area already for us, which is great. It's going to yield a little bit of resource. And come on, 95%, we're so close. I think they do this to me on purpose. I think they realize how badly I need it, and they just take their sweet time. And just as we're coming into winter, we have now completed. We can get chickens into our pasture. I couldn't be more excited about that. Our herdsmen, I think we will take to 6. Why not? We have enough people. So now let's find our chickens. Let's go back here real quick and let's see if they've started making the journey. 3 of them have. The 4th one is finishing his sandwich before they decide to take a little walk. This is going to take forever, I have a feeling. But they're going to do my favorite part, so I'm going to watch this, because you know how cold these waters are right now. Chickens are not a fan of going underwater at all. That's for sure. Where's that 4th one? Where the hell did he go? Well, there he is. He's just really like... Come on, Phil. Catch up. Well, I had a bit of an accident. I was doing some recording, and I didn't realize that my hard drive was being close to full. So we lost a little bit of this episode, and I just want to catch you up because I was just having such a good time gaming right along. I didn't make note of it, or I didn't notice it, until some other things had happened. So I want to catch you up real quick and show you what you missed. It wasn't a ton. We did obviously build a couple of houses here, so we have some people come in. The last thing I believe you saw was the March of the Chickens. They came through and they've landed, and now instead of 4, we have 12 of 66. We can hold a whole lot of birds in this pen right here, but that's a good thing. So what I was working on was creating an additional pen, and I'm going to obviously have this earmarked for sheep, and I've built yet another house down here. We still, if we go back to our town hall, we still have a considerable amount more families than we do homes. I think, do we still have a bunch of people? Okay, we don't have anybody living there, but we still don't have any room for expansion as far as children and growth, and we don't want to see this number get too low because then we're going to run into the problems we had before where the old people are dying and we don't have enough new people to replace them. Now, I know, of course, our food was an issue. It is coming up strongly because our fishing dock over here is doing really well. Again, the radius is mostly in the water, very little out of it. And last season, we did 530, but this current season, we have almost 900 fish. By way of comparison, this one here, 444. So this was clearly a really good move, and if I were smarter, I might have replaced this with a fishing dock. However, I'm actually looking for other points, like this one right here might be a very good one. Or additionally, as we talked before, there's a great point right down here on the map in the lake. We'll look at getting into those, but for now, what I'm trying to do is be preemptive with disasters. As you know, I'm always worried about those sorts of things because they happen. And I'm thinking we have some place for a sheep to go. I want to have 2 of each pen, just in case. So I'm thinking I'm going to move a cattle pen, and I was toying around with where I could put it. I'm kind of thinking maybe down in this area. If I try to line it up here, it's just offset so much. It doesn't bother me too much, but I don't know that I want it there. I think we could do some different things. This is already offset by 1 tile, which is not an issue. I don't mind that at all. But so I was looking at over here, and that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to take a look and see where we can get a pasture over here and how well it will look, because we know it's going to work. We want it to look nice as well. So if we do a 20 by 20, that's not too bad an area right here. If I go here and click here and go one space over. I want to see if I have 1, 2, 3. I want to see if I can get a house in there. We can get a couple of houses in there because we have 5 spaces. So that might work. Or the other option I had was actually coming right off this road and going this way and going that way. And I kind of like them both. I don't know which I would prefer. Maybe we'll do... Boy, I should have really measured out last time how far over I came before I took my finger off the button, because I liked having... I think I lined it up right here as best I could. That's what it was. So let's try this again, and that's not going to work. Well, that's what I get for not planning ahead. We're going to put that down in just a second, but the other thing I was thinking is we have to unfortunately start moving north, which means some of these buildings are going to have to move. We're going to start off by moving our gatherer's hut. We're starting to encroach on the gatherer's territory, and because food collection is so very important, I have designated... Wow, where did it go? This area. I went too far. I've designated this area to be our new preserve, our wildlife preserve, so to speak. We have 2 houses here available already, and we already have a forester's lodge, which works really well in tandem with a gatherer's hut. So let's do that. Let's get a gatherer down here so they can... They'll work uninterrupted. Now, it's not... Let's see, I could go this side. I'm trying to find the best place to put them for the radius that we have. And I don't know that it's going to matter a ton. I mean, right here would be ideal, but we've already got something there, so there's not a whole lot we can do about it. So it's either going to be here or here. And I'm looking... And I don't think it's really going to make a whole lot of difference, because if we go here, I need a bridge to get to this very small area on the other side. So I'm thinking, why not? Let's just go here. And do I want to offset? I have all these other buildings offset by 1. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Let's get the game going. We've got so many builders, we can go ahead and knock these down. But let's get this built, and when we have this built, we can go ahead and remove this. Now, in the meantime, okay, they've reached their cap for the tailor, and that's fine. That means we have plenty of coats, right? 152 warm coats. I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to worry about that. The tailor's just going to double as a laborer in the meantime. I want to come back here and take a look. You know what I can do? I can pause a couple of houses, and we'll use this for measurement. We'll come right down here, because I like the houses right on the edge of the shoreline for some reason. I think most people do. They think it's a nice look. So let's put one down, and let's pause it real fast. But we will go ahead and put in a road right to their front porch. Thusly, we'll run that straight down. And then from here, we're going to shortly build another pasture. But in the meantime, we have our sheep going. Now that we have a full stock of wool coats from our tailor, let's go ahead and split the herd, because we know it's going to take time. And look at him just marching right across the field. We know it's going to take time for our sheep to replenish here and here enough that we can produce more wool and more mutton. But I want to go ahead and make the move now. We've got, I guess, enough food where I'm comfortable making this move. Boy, they're really moving slow. Well, I guess it's a long walk, and they are sheep. So that leaves us with 13 here. And does it tell us already how many we'll have? We'll have 12 here. So it shouldn't take us a terrible long time. Let's get 2 more herdsmen in here. Now we have 8 of 8. So I would like to have 2 more pens. 1 for chicken, 1 for cattle. And we're going to work on one of them very shortly here. But let's see how we're doing down here. Oh, they're already bringing in the stone. Boy, they're going to town. That makes me happy. And we'll worry more about how we're going to play with these roads and move them around just for aesthetic reasons, but I figured this would just be a good, nice wildlife reserve. I'm going to try to find another one. I might make it all the way down here. Do another forester, do another gatherer's hut, and maybe even an herbalist, I don't know. But it's going to have to wait until we expand a little further south, because as you know from the calamity that this was, I just moved way too fast. And this is probably going to move over here, although this is a better area for forest because it fits very well. I don't know. We'll worry about that as we get in. And there we are. We have sheep in our new pen. We have chickens reproducing. We're up to 15 chickens. That's good. Now we are producing eggs. Boy, 90 eggs last season. And we will soon produce chicken meat. So I'm very, very happy with how that's working out. Now, I can barely see anything with all this forest going on in here, but rather than send the laborers to task on that, why not simply go in here and see if we can't make a pasture. So if we go here and pull out 20 by 20, that takes us right where I want to be. Yep, let's go ahead and we'll put that down. And do I want to have the entrance thing? I'm not sure where I want to put that. I know it's a little thing, but I think we'll just go with it. Actually, let's go upper, yeah, let's do that. I think it'll look fine right there. Let's take a road, and we'll get a road over here. We have enough builders to make that happen. So, and you know what? Let's go ahead. We'll unpause this. And let's add another couple of houses. Do I need them down here? Well, sure, because, you know, there are jobs that are going to be filled here. I'm trying to, if you remember, of course, we're trying to maintain wanting people to live close to where they work. That's a key. And if we don't have jobs near where we're putting houses down, it's almost pointless. And I am putting a one space in between them. Let's do 4 houses. I sure hope we can sustain 4 houses. If not, well, we're in trouble. But I'm hoping we'll have enough food production shortly. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to pause 2 of these. I'm just a little concerned because we're going to have a little decline with food because we're regrowing these. Well, I'm not going to set this running right away, but I don't want to wait too long because I want to make sure we can get cows in there because I don't want to have anything happen accidentally. So let's go down here. Let's see, how are we doing? We have our gatherer's hut. The gatherer is currently gathering, and we have only 8 of 12. That means we can go ahead, and as much as I hate to do it, we're going to shut this one off. Now we have 8 of 8. They will migrate down here, and I believe before long what will happen is now we have some miners down here. Well, they're all miners down here. They may or may not turn into foresters or to gatherers. Let's check and see what our trader has for us. Boy, oh wow, he's got seeds galore. I don't think we have enough. We've got, what, 2,000? How many do we have? 2,000 and... yeah, we don't have enough. However, before I dismiss him, let's take a look and see what we have in the way of firewood. I'm looking, and I'm not seeing it. There we go. Oh, wow, we have a lot of firewood. We have so much, in fact, that we are going to up this. Let's take, if we took 1,000... That's a lot, but you know what? Let's go ahead and do it anyway. Let's take 1,000 in here. Pardon me. We'll put 1,000 in here, and we'll let the game run, and we will have our, not our vendors, our traders. And how many traders do we have? Just the one trader. Let's set an additional trader right now because I want to quickly get that before he leaves. Also, I should take a look. He has what? Corn, peach, pepper, chestnut, pecan. I don't think we have any of those. I hit the wrong button. Something fierce right there, boy. I wanted to hit my Z key. I ended up hitting my Windows key. Let's go down here. Let's see. Trade items. I forgot half of what I said. I know pecans. I think we need almost everything he has. I'm pretty sure we do. Let's go back up here and we'll take a quick look. Except for corn. Corn, we have corn. Do we not? Yes, we have corn. So we'll go back up here and we will tell him that he need not bring corn anymore. So let's go in here and let's see. Oh, alright, it's already here. So let's pause the game real fast. We'll go in here and let's get... Should I trade off? Yeah, let's trade off the last of the herbs. And we'll bring in 421 firewood. That brings us nowhere near... What was I thinking? Let's try this again. We need... Well, we have 180 here. How about 737? Not 797. If I could type, that would help. That's better. Now, what do we want to purchase? I think we're going to go with another crop as opposed to... Actually, this pecans, that's a tree. Chestnuts is a tree. Pepper. Okay, maybe like green peppers. They look... So let's try some pepper and see, because the orchards take a while. I do want them, of course, but let's go ahead and grab a pepper seed. We'll trade for that. Go back in here, and we'll bring this all the way back down to 200. And we're going to bring this to 0. And now we are solely trading with firewood. We can tell him also that we do not any longer need pepper seeds, and we can send him on his way. And now we have something new with which to trade. Or, no, we have something new to grow. Well, it's clear to me we need to start getting some houses in this area. We have, if we look in this house here, we have a herdsman, a farmer, a student, a herdsman, a farmer. We have so many different people, and we really are not doing, I'm not doing well. Wow, yeah, we have a need for so many. I'm going to do a quick pause. I need to take stock in what is important. This can be torn down. Let's go ahead and, let's see, we want to remove this structure here. But we have, this is just a house. This is our hunting cabin, which isn't making a whole lot of sense out here. We need hunting cabins. There's another one there. We have a great hunting cabin working out here. I think they are pulling resource, yeah, left and right. They're somehow even managing to find potatoes out here. Good for them. We need to make sure that we are, when we build another one, not in the radius, but as you can see, it would be way out here, and it's just so far from where I want to put things. I'm spooking myself a touch, but I just think we need to have more houses. So this may stay, and we may build farms in this area, or vice versa. Houses. Concentrate on houses. I think if we put a road out here, we don't really have room. We could put a barn, but we have a barn. We may add a barn out here if we need to, because this one is already 100% full. Okay, well, let's add a barn. Let's add a barn and a couple of houses here, and we'll kind of build slowly into one area. And let's take a look at how we would like to place it. We could go this way, or we could go this way. And we can go one off and build a couple of houses behind it. Or we could go to the edge. I'm sorry I take so long sometimes with these sorts of decisions. I really just want to have it look nice. That's obviously my main concern. I think let's go to the back here. And is there room for a house here? I think there certainly is. That's as far back as we can go. Let's put the barn right there. And let's see if I can indeed get a house right there. I'm packing it in, and I don't necessarily like doing that. I would rather have it one off the road. What could I put there? I guess I could put a stockpile. If I wanted to put a couple of houses here and here, will that fit? It will. Will it look nice? That's the other question. Because I can't get a road to the top. Boy, I'm really making a production out of this, aren't I? I guess we could just put... Let's just put one house here to start. And we've got plenty of builders. And I think we have plenty of resource. I don't know if we need any stone or anything. Doesn't seem to me that we do. How are we doing down here? Let's find out. Stone, they're just waiting to build, and it's taking a while because I'm sure that the builders are living a little further away, and they have the big construction project here to build. They're just living a little further from work than I would like them. So I'll tell you what, that's going to take us out of this episode, this split wonky episode. I also know that the previous two episodes, because I recorded a block of episodes and my hard drive was filling up, there was some choppiness going on. I really apologize for that. I know it's irritating as can be to watch. Hopefully that issue is solved. I've made a bunch of space, and I'm backing things up differently, and I'm going to try to make sure that I'm on top of that issue. But in the meantime, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we're going to see you next time for another age. I just saw somebody die of old age in the screen here. We'll see you for another episode of Banished.